What is up, what is up, what is up, brother? Most High. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in again. My name's Ever, and, well, I'm trying to fix my sweater right here. Damn, brother, look, check it out. Whoa, brother. I'd like to, overview, or how can I say this? I'm not really sure how to say this, but I just want to tell you everything that I had done to it, you know? But before I start, hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm trying to tune in into the right frequency again, brother. It's pretty cold, and when it's pretty cold, I don't think I do very well. I was going to say something else, but I can't say that I'm getting old. Yo, brother, bro. No, not bro, brother. Brother from a different mother. And my sister. I gotta mention my female watchers, you can say. Is that what it says on the statistics on the YouTube thing? Because I checked it out for the first time. And I got some, it tells you where your people are watching, where most of them, and what age. You know what I mean? And that's awesome. So, I remember Kevin Talbert was doing that one time. And I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. So I'll keep track, I suppose I can say. But okay, I hope you're feeling good, brother. Alright, let's move on. So check it out. I got the SF501 by Nuova Faor. I hope I'm saying it right, brother. Like, man, I've been saying it a lot of times, and I don't know if I've been saying it right, but yeah. This thing, first, let me just say, ooh, move your hands. Get them out the way, Ever. I'm going to use this to point things out. I am proud, and it's pretty, you know, but I'll explain in a second what happened right here. I got a list, so I can make sure I get everything down. It's my passion, and that's the reason why I want to do this, and the reason why I don't shut up is because I want to share. We're going to start with the clutch bill. Switch this around. I got an 11-tooth clutch bill and a 45-tooth, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, brother. I didn't count them, but it's over 40. Pretty sure. Before I knew about this clutch bill and the one it carries, I thought it was some kind of proprietary a size that wouldn't fit, that you couldn't replace with any other brand. You know, kind of like Traxxas. What Traxxas does with their clutch belts. So this one, I actually have an aluminum clutch shoe in there, a 2-shoe aluminum clutch shoe, right? And I'm pretty sure I can fit a 3-shoe clutch bell from a 1/8 scale, because this clutch bell is the same size as the Savage or any other 1/8 scale clutch bell. Because check it out, this is the one that came in stock, right? Look at the height. It came in, this is the one from the 501, from that one. It's the one that came on with it, right? This is the Savage 21 tooth that I'm going to put there later and try it out if I can get something more powerful in there. I'm talking about the engine, a different one. And look at this one, this other Savage one, this lightweight cutout. They're the same size. Look at that, the same diameter. When I became aware of that, I was like, whoa, that's awesome. Awesome. Then move on to the list. So the clutch bell, I can put a 3-shoe, and I got a 2-piece aluminum right now from the HSP 110 scale buggy. The fuel lines. What did I have to do with this Associated 15? Let me see if you can see. In there, the carburetor that I'm using, and the only one I had, maybe y'all know of something better that fits a HPI G3.0, but I got the HPI G3.0 carburetor in there. on the associated 15. Okay, tight fit, awesome fit. It felt like they were meant to be swapped. Anachronistic stuff, you know, like you fit two things that exist from different timelines and you put them together. Alright, brother, check it out. The spur gear, I need to research, see if I can find things that I can replace, because these, you can unscrew this, right? And it's a 6mm, just like the Traxxas Vortec 3.3, right? And I'm pretty sure I can fit the 2-speed there. Probably not. Maybe the shaft is too short. But I've seen a video with somebody that put a 2-speed, so I'm looking into that. The engine block isn't the same size. I'll get to that in a bit, brother. But let me move on with the carburetor. HPI G3.0 carb, slide carb, I think that's what it's just called, right? The filter, I had this filter housing, whatever this called, the rubber thing, but I didn't have the foam. And with that, I'll let y'all know what I use. Look, perfect size. Like, it's not tight, it's not loose. It's like if it's meant for it. All I had to do, I think, was just cut it in half, because it's a little longer. You know, it's a 3-stage, but I only have 2 pieces in there, so 2-stage, right? So, oh no, the centerpiece is the insert, right, that comes with it, so it doesn't fold. I don't know why they put that. They leave that in there, but this stuff, I think you gotta remove it so you can put it on the housing or whatever it's called. Fuel lines. The fuel lines is pretty complicated, but not really. You know, I had to use, I was gonna use the regular 5mm outer diameter ones, but they just got in the way too much of everything. Inner diameter is 2.5, outer diameter is 4mm. Fuel it, well, it's not that difficult. All I gotta do is just open this up, and it's pretty easy. Just gotta be careful to put fuel in there. The aluminum one, it doesn't have a cap. You can open this easy. Carburetor is on there. Luckily, it tunes and runs pretty good. Well, I can't say run because it tunes. I've been running it on the bench. Oh, perfect. Like, I'm really surprised that it runs this well. Like, I thought it wasn't going to, but I'm so surprised. I'm even more surprised that it even runs at all. When I got these I didn't even have the carburetor. Like, I have a bunch of them that they're all the same from that era. Like, that's one thing I noticed. Like, the rotary carbs, all those old school from that era, like this AE15, they all look the same. Rotor start. So I put a rotor start. I didn't put a pull start. Rotor start. I had a rotor start from a Schumacher R18, and it came with it. And luckily, I had broken parts and other parts in another case, where all I had to do was just switch the inside. This is the engine that came with it, and this is not an SG shaft. I was gonna put a AE12, but then I had to switch. Luckily, the back plate fit, so I could put on the rotor starter on the 15, and everything fit miraculously. This Pico, the original Pico that came with this bike, has an adapter, a pilot shaft adapter in the end, right? And this is the 12 I was gonna put it first before this one. And as you can see, it's short, like for a Traxxas, right? And this piece right here, the shaft where you put your bearings and your shimming, is it 5mm? So that's not 5mm. This one is, but I don't want to put this one on. And I didn't have the right bearings, so I could put the clutch belt. Took off the back plate and then I put everything on that engine and it's set. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked that that's set. Like, I got really worried. I started tripping out. I was like, whoa, like, what am I gonna do? Like, that's not gonna fit. Like, yeah, let me explain everything how it made the engine fit. So the power switch. Something cool about this power switch. Turn it on, you can't charge a battery. But when you turn it off, you hit the switch off, then you can charge the battery from that lead that's hanging out right here in the front. Up here in the front. There's another lead right here. And this lead is the charging port. So when you turn this switch off, it will let you charge it. But when it's on, it shuts it off. Pretty cool. I've never seen one of those switches. In between this plate is a plate for the bike. This block is bigger than the .12 than that Pico. So there's a lot of interference. No, like, it barely fits. It's like touching. The exhaust pipe's touching. It should be a little bit more inwards if it was a .12. You know, but this engine somehow it fits. All I had to do is where these holes are on from the frame here. I'll show you on the same side. Both of these plates are the same. So I guess so when these break, you can just swap them on the other side, right? But check this out. It's so easy. 2 millimeters. All you have to do is order some carbon fiber and do your best at cutting. I mean, I'm letting you know what I'm gonna do next. You know, I'm gonna make little carbon fiber plates, cut them out with the Dremel, use a mask outside, do it outside. Can't wait till I start doing that. I can't even get this thing to go more than 10 feet. These holes, I had to make them longer sideways so I can scoot the engine back. This bike came with a 12 tooth clutch belt and I had to downsize one so it can fit, you know, because I think I'm maxed out to the cutout, because if I go anymore it's just gonna cut it right through. So I had to do that for this frame, and that's okay because it was already cut a little bit. That Pico wasn't supposed to be there. They had to modify that thing for, because I think this only takes serial, or I don't know what other engine they made. I think they made a Force also for this bike back then, because these engines, they have a really big old back plate, you know. And there's two types of engines that have the similar size back plate, but they're not the same size. They're like a millimeter or 2 millimeters apart. Okay, triple tree. Oh, brother, I keep forgetting how excited and how cool it was when I found out that my aluminum hop-up parts that came in for the FM1, because these are for a Thunder Tiger. And I was like, man, like when I bought the lot for a Thunder Tiger, a lot of parts like don't fit from it, you know? Like, for example, the pipe that I was talking about the other time, like I measured it out and this thing sticks out upwards. So I'm like, damn. So it's not the same dimensions, that's what I'm trying to say, as the FM1. And the engine's probably positioned differently. What I'm going to say is that once I have the carbon fiber plates, I'll be able to put the biggest size, these G3.0s that are bored out, like, or stroked out to, I don't know what they did, but they call them the S21s, you know, because they're 3.5s instead of 3.0s. So, biggest engine I'm going to be able to fit, unless I can make it wider. Maybe I could, you know, just shimming out the shaft. But what if I run out of room? You know, what if the shafts don't give me any more room to extend out? I have heard of big block bikes, but I have not seen one. You know, the biggest size I've seen is the one I have, the 15. The pipe, oh, it sounds badass. Y'all heard that? I'll give you guys another demonstration on this video, but I did post this up on, and I just want to give out a shout out to all of you. But you know who you are. I just want to say, hey, I appreciate your comments, brother. That just motivates me. You know, it motivated me to do this. You know, wanted to show you. And so you can check out what's going on in depth right here. Right, brother? I think I got everything. T-speed option, I think I got everything, brother. This pipe, I had to plug this thing and block it because it was like, I thought this wasn't an airway. I thought it was sealed. But there's another nipple, like the ones up here where you put a fuel line. And I don't know if that was intended so the oil can drain, drip and oil the lube up the chain. I mean, if that's the intended design, then I don't know. Can somebody let me know in the comments? Alright, brother. The shocks, I have no shock oil. I'm gonna get to that after I do the video. I don't want to do it on video. Like, I don't know it. You know, it's gonna take me forever. I do have a fuel filter, right? Because I don't think the fuel tank has any filter inside. The battery goes down here. Check it out. I had to make new holes so I can mount it, and it should be there securely. It's not leaking back here. It's just from this dripping. Still, I believe. I don't think it's still dripping. I think that's from earlier. I will be putting one of these pipes, Stinger pipes. You know, shout out to Matthew Metz. Man, I don't know. I apologize if I'm not saying his name right. You should see his collection of T-Maxes. Oh, brother. The servos, Futabas, they're working great. They're working great, brother. Oh, baby. Yeah. Maybe if I get this 2-speed, I'll be like, oh. All I have to do right now is just wait till I get some glue so I can glue the tires. What else? There's something else I have to do. Learn how to ride it, use it. Because I already went out there and I couldn't get it to go more than 10 feet. You know, this thing, it already tumbled upside down. It tripped me out, and it just made me just throw in the towel and say, I quit. I just thought I was just gonna break it. Oh, and I gotta say this. Since y'all see this engine, it's mostly like on the left side. And then it's a single-sided swing arm. Most of the weight's probably to the left, right? But I don't think that's an issue. I saw it go straight, but I just messed up because I didn't have it trimmed right. I mean, it's not aligned right, or maybe it's the wheels that aren't glued. Like, they're not glued at all, brother. You know, I don't know. That could, not the front one could affect it, but like the rear one, I don't think so. I don't think that has nothing to do with it. Maybe I'm not going fast enough. Maybe I don't have it calibrated, but I know on the steering, I'm supposed to have it the opposite direction, reversed, right? It's set. I got the body there. Body's all black. Check that out. Body and the rider. The rider and the body. I don't know if I want to put the body on right now. Maybe just leave it like this, like a Street Fighter. There you go, brother. How's that? Damn. Just let me get a chance to learn my way how to maneuver this. The experience I had out there today just gave me the feeling that it was going to be impossible. But, brother, come on. I can't have that type of mentality, brother. Everything is possible. If you can think about it, it's possible, brother. And then you just got to put your mind into it. And it's all about positivity. You know, that's right. The word possible also has the word right? Possible, positivity. So why am I gonna say, hey, it's not doable? No way, you know. I gotta slap myself in the face. This thing is looking good. I wanna. It's cold. You know, next video I will show you how I have to turn it on. You know, like, I'll let you know how to turn it on, you know, because right now it's pretty complicated. Because you do have to have, for this version, There's so many versions, brother. Let me get to this real quick. I've been taking a minute, you know. Oh, I hope I haven't bored you, but check this out. Look, this is what I know about these bikes. There's so many different ones, and they're the same size, but they do not handle or behave the same way. You cannot control them the same way. I was checking out if this bike could take pick up and pick itself up like from the ground, like the videos I've seen on YouTube, and you can't. Like it just dig itself in. Maybe because these are angled wrong. Maybe because it has a plastic one so it can slide. But this one's getting caught on the ground, right? Kind of like my stupid crash slider I had on my bike. Man, that was the worst mistake you could ever do with the bike, on a street bike, is put something where when you tip down, it's gonna get caught on the ground. You know, so unless it's like shaped like this, right? Like a stunt bike, right? I'm talking about the real ones. I mean the real ones, the ones we use. But I used to have the one that just sticks out like that, like a stick. So yeah, whatever. Anyway, I don't know if that was the case. I don't know if this is the wrong thing to use, but what I can say and do is just keep trying and figure it out, because it's only about trying and error. You know, I am not going to get this downloaded into my mind. Anything else specific I forget to mention? You know, I got some parts like aluminum wheels with slicks. As a matter of fact, they're right here, and they are pretty heavy, pretty slick, you know, pretty hard compound. What else can I show you that I'm going to do to it? There's other hub adapters I have that I can use to change the gearing. And that's one of the things that why I showed you the other clutch bell, is that I can gear. Right now I'm at 11, and I can gear it up to 21, but I would have to gear it down here. And for me to find the proper, you know, mounting size things, because I don't know if there's any, you know, unless I have one made. But other than that, you know, because I have the regular ones, the pinions they use for electric motors, but they stick out way too much. Look at the teeth. It has to start really close from the chassis, you know, from the shaft, because the shaft from the chassis is not really that long. So that's that. And I just want to say, hey, I appreciate you, brother, every night and every day. You know, as long as I'm conscious in the wake, I'm like, yeah, that's it. That is what's up. You know, that is what's up all the time. Positivity. Shout out to you if you're burning Nitro out there. Thank you for your comments again. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing. It's awesome. It just makes me go even more crazy. You know, as a matter of fact, just want to say, I love it. I love it when it occurs. I love the moments when it's electrified. I love the moments when I'm, you know, feeling good, brother, and spreading the positivity. You know, other than that, there's something going on fishy. It's not normal. Alright, brother. If you ever get this bike in the future, remember, every time you finish using it, you will have to wait a little while like that and let it drain. And we'll let it what? Let what drain? Let the oil drain. Because next time you're going to have a hard time trying to start it. That's one of the problems, is that if your header ever goes higher than the engine, remember that that engine has to always be at its high RPM, because or else it's not going to perform its best. It works best at the point when they're about to break and overheat. It's fun, but it's also hard to maintain. It's hard to well, I don't even know how hard it is to learn how to drive it, because I haven't even learned how to drive it yet. I mean, use it. Triple tree clamps on both sides. They look fantastic. Plastic ones, they have the steering bars, right? These aluminums, they don't have them. You can't buy an attachment for them, but still, looks cool. You know what I mean? Awesome and shiny. Damn, brother. I can't wait till this thing is able to stand on both wheels, on two wheels. Alright, brother. Thanks for tuning in, and tune in again, brother. Have a wonderful day. Peace.